Hello, I am Open Mike with Webster, and today I have David Drent and Mike Matisse to talk about Inclusion Cafe. And also I have my lovely co-host Lisa Sump.
Nice to be here, Mark.
Likewise.
Thanks for having us, Mark.
No problem.
Thanks for having us, Mark.
Well, we can do this in person.
You too.
Okay, so now where did you get this idea?
We got that idea from
There's a lot of people in our community who really like coffee
there's a lot of people who like coffee.
in our community, and we've been thinking about it for a long time, and we've it's come out of partnerships, eh, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's in talking to our neighborhood and talking to the city and kind of listening to what they want. And we ended up getting a really generous grant, which made it possible for us to try.
Yeah.
And that really helps when, our community already loves coffee so much, and it just felt like a really good fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is your mission?
Our mission is to open up the cafe for people with or without intellectual disabilities.
Nice.
To be totally inclusive.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. There are so many people in our community like Mike who are just so talented
talented.
and full of skill. And so, we want to create a space where people from our neighborhood can see that, right, Mike?
Nice.
That's right.
Like what are some of the jobs that you do around here, Mike?
Ooh.
I do like maintenance, low prestige, and same thing with lush.
Yeah. And what are some of the things that you do at the Coffeehouse?
Wash dishes
Ooh.
Make bagels.
and make bagels.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Mike is our professional baker over here.
Oh,
I highly recommend coming in on Tuesdays to try some of his fresh made bagels.
ooh.
And so, yeah, our mission is to make sure that the community can see that, right? To can see how skilled Mike is and to come to appreciate it, right, Mike?
That's right.
Okay. So what's inspired you to open up the coffee shop?
What?
It's an interesting question, eh, Mike? What's inspired us to open up the coffee shop?
Our spirits
Mm.
and our customers. What we do is best for the customers.
Yeah. Yeah, we really want to make sure that what we're doing is good for the community, right, Mike?
That's right.
That's right. So, when a neighbor came to us and was like, "Hey, it feels like we're missing a community space, and it seems like L'Arche could be a good kind of organization to try and implement that." We were really flattered, and it kind of put a fire under our butts, right, Mike?
That's right.
To kind of really push for it. So it's a lot of listening to our neighbors and trying to do what they want.
You make amazing coffee, Mike. Really, really good.
Thank you.
Okay. So why is it important that people with disabilities have access to employment opportunities?
Um, I think think to employ, it's really easy to do, and and I think it's good for everyone to try.
Yeah. Can I add a bit more to that, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Mike is totally right that I think sometimes, we think about hiring different types of people as being challenging and stuff, but I hope that through the Inclusion Coffeehouse we can show people in our neighborhood that it's actually really easy, that, there are people with incredible gifts and talents, and to offer employment for them is actually not nearly as challenging as people think it is. And in doing so, we put people with differences in the center, and we can kind of shape the world to be a little bit more welcoming. Does that sound right to you, Mike?
Yes, it is.
Okay. How many people work here?
Well, that's a good question. Mike's here on Mondays. And how many people are working here on Mondays, Mike?
I would say about 5.
Yeah, 5 on Mondays. Maybe 7 on Tuesdays?
That's a pretty
Yes,
big
7.
group.
Okay. Yeah. But right now, it's mostly volunteer run. So, we're starting off slow. What day of the week are we open, Mike?
We're open Monday,
Tuesdays.
Tuesdays.
That's right.
Soon to be Mondays.
So, hopefully, Mike is here on Mondays. He's one of our volunteers doing a lot of the baking and the prep work, and the shopping and the inventory.
Oh, boy.
So he's got some really important roles on Monday.
That's a lot of responsibilities.
We're open on Tuesdays, just one day a week. We're mostly volunteer run, and so yeah, it's a good mix of volunteers with and without disabilities.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting crew. How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it for about a month or so.
A month or so.
Oh, well, when are we having our grand opening, Mike?
We're having a grand opening on April 5th.
April 5th?
Yes.
April 5th.
Excellent.
You're all invited.
Oh, sweet.
Mhm.
Sweet. Okay. What stuff do you serve you?
What do we all sell here, Mike?
We also sell some goodies and drinks.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. We've got what have we got, Mike? We've got brownies, gluten free.
Brownies, gluten free.
We've got blueberry bran muffins,
Blueberry muffins.
and we've got these really, really decadent and large chocolate chip cookies. And also, of course, our homemade bagels.
Bagels.
Yeah.
Is it hard to make bagels from scratch?
Well, once you try it, I mean, it it it, it it's hard, but once you get to use of it, it would be good.
Like so many things, just takes practice.
Yeah,
Homemade bagels.
Yeah.
Excellent.
It was tough the first couple of times, hey, Mike?
yeah,
But the last time we made it together, we did really, really well.
yeah.
Mike's a real expert at it, so.
Okay. What has the public reception been like?
Public reception has been overwhelmingly positive so far. Fortunately, people are really kind, so yeah. But we see a lot of people come in here with their kids, and or they use the recreation center, and then they might come in here for a coffee after. A couple times they set up a vaccine clinic after we left, and so some of the doctors and nurses came in early and grabbed a coffee and a bagel, and it's been really good. It's been really nice to get to know people and to get to meet a lot of the people that live right around us, right? So it's been really, really nice.
Right. Where do you recruit employees from?
That's a good question for me. So, like I said, most of our work is volunteer done so far. Maybe in the future that'll change. Not entirely sure what it'll look like, but we would love to offer, paid work for people. Right now, I'm doing a lot of recruiting for volunteers on sites like Indeed, or through I've put posts up on different church websites and stuff. And then in terms of right now the people with disabilities that work at our Coffeehouse so far have been primarily people who are already associated with L'Arche Hamilton. But again, as we expand, I think we would love to see that change. We would love to see even more people come from our neighborhood and from different organizations. So yeah, we would love to make this like a real meeting place for people, right, Mike?
That's right.
Yeah.
We're completely inspired by Inclusion Cafe. And when we read the article in the Spectator, it was around New Year's.
Yeah.
You and I were looking at it
Yeah.
and we said, we need to meet these people.
Yeah.
We're doing such great work in community, helping to build community again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Great article.
Yeah, it was really nice.
So where did you come up with the name?
That is an interesting question. Do you remember, Mike?
L'Arche is a word for ark.
That's right. Yeah. So L'Arche's name came from the Ark, of course, biblical reference. The Inclusion Coffeehouse. We asked people through our newsletter, our e-newsletter, to submit names, and then the volunteers took that list of names and got to vote on them. Right. So they had a nice big list of all the names. And Mike was there. Mike is one of our founding volunteers, so he helped to vote on the name that we chose. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That was actually before my time. Mike was here before me, so I didn't even get to choose the name.
Nice. What are your hopes for the future?
My hopes for the future is to see the cafe run during the few years to come.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, I think we just want to keep it growing, hey, Mike?
Yeah,
Maybe more days of the week,
yeah.
maybe longer hours.
Would you consider any other possible locations later on?
Absolutely. Why not, eh, Mike?
Yes.
Nice.
Absolutely.
And if we do have people, Mike and Dave, that want to get involved in the Inclusion Coffeehouse, how can we help them to become involved?
To help all the volunteers, they would have to contact Lurch or Paige.
Excellent. Maybe we can put down information about how to get in touch with L'Arche and how to learn more and when to come on Tuesdays.
And maybe most importantly is just, we just want to invite people to come to attend the coffee house, and we want to invite people to interact with our volunteers, right? That's kind of the most important way to get involved, eh, Mike?
Yeah.
Yes, we really want to encourage people from our community to come in and talk more with people like Mike and our other volunteers. And if people are interested in volunteering, they can email me, dave@larchehamilton.org.
Fantastic.
Nice. Very nice. Well, that's all the questions I got.
I just think, Mark, for our very first podcast of the year, Open Mic with Webster, to be able to come to the Bernie Morelli Center, to meet Mike and Dave, to have this amazing coffee. I think we're going to have a wonderful 2022. Cheers.
Cheers to that.
And cheers to inclusion
Unless we're all still here.
and to awesome swag.
Unless we're all still here.